also very vulnerable to the dive that right now they've S11 have drafted for, have you know, gone for. You can see the Kadena, the Benedetta. Leslie's not gonna have a good time, right? Even with the Yves behind to help the Leslie. I think again we could just go back to when last time I saw this kind of composition, it was Blacklist International playing at IESF for Philippines, right? They played the Leslie and the Farsa. A bit different towards the to the Yves, but still, that's a lot of dive going up against this kind of range composition that can be very, very bad for them.
So now that we can expect more jungler bans against RSG Singapore. So far, what they have played, RSG Singapore played Martis, and that is played like at least twice already, all throughout the matches of RSG Singapore. There's also that Ling that RSG have also deployed before, which might be of consideration, especially against a Claude that can dive with the Lapu-Lapu and the Yves.
I personally feel Mirko and Wolf, RSG, like what we said just, like what we start off the day, right? This is do or die, what they've said. And not only just that, this is not only just a survival of the fittest, it is also a struggle of the fittest. The team that dropped this particular game will go home, and RSG is one game away from that. Yes, it's a very scary place, but I think RSG should be able to stabilize this. I have to believe in them. They can do this. And of course, showing support over to my homeboys. However, on the side of S11, they're banned away in the Kaja.
Well, for me, I think it's the opposite right now. Unfortunately, Jays, with the bans here, they've opted to go for Grok and Atlas, and I know exactly what S11 are going for. At least, I think. Kaja ban, Marta's ban. They're opting to go for an assassin in the jungle, preferably Hayabusa. That's Jotun's signature pick, and right now it fits so well. You're up against the Leslie. You've already banned out that Kaja. They go for the Kufra first. That's another hero that can be good up against that assassin. Thing is, for S11, they don't need to rush it. They can even go for the Haya or the Link, right? There's two options. Meanwhile, for RSG, I don't think they can go for the assassins here. That's Kufra pick to counter it, and there's only 3 heroes that can really just maneuver away from the assassins.
Heroes that I can think of might be like Frederick, for example, that can control. There's a lot of taunts, a lot of knock-ups, a lot of crowd control, technically speaking, and you don't have a lot of dashes, and you can be in the front line so that your Leslie as well as your Eve can be peeled through by your supports. And that also means that you need a way to scout. Diggy.
I don't think
so. Pick up the Ling.
Feels like RSG is feeling assassin today, feeling like a Ling. He will be going for that Ling. At the same time, Losi will return to his Ruby roam. I don't know what to feel about the Ruby roam. Personally, I feel like a Franco is a lot better, but feels like they need that AOE. They want to hook as many people right into the real world manipulation.
Well, I can see why the Ruby can work here, right? But honestly, look at their composition. There's a huge, huge hole or weakness point in the back line with the Leslie. I thought the Diggy was going to come through just to go and defend into that. What? Wait, it's not a Hayabusa, it's a Paquito here up against RSG. It feels like with the Paquito pick, they feel they already have enough backline threats towards RSG, so they pick up a Paquito. They can do a bit of both. But in the jungle, we haven't seen... Is this the first time a Paquito has been picked?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is the second time.
This is the second time. The first time was picked by Blacklist yesterday.
In the jungle?
No, it's not in the jungle. In the XP lane.
Exactly.
But this time around, it will be going into the jungle. Paquito getting nerfed out of existence because of the meta, but...
Are we even sure that this will be a jungle Paquito?
It looks like it. There you go.
Well, it is. Right now, you can see it's
Jotun.
Yeah, it's Jotun's actually playing it. So that will be a jungle Paquito. Okay, so what they wanted to do is to really get into the backline. So you have a one-hit combo, if that thing exists.
Is it high and dry Paquito?
It should be.
Definitely.
You wanna eliminate the Leslie as soon as possible. You have your ways to close the gap, and you have a one-shot combo with your ultimate to take out the Leslie. And that also means that you can also dive with Papa Dog. So there's a lot of dive coming out from the side of S11. They don't have much peel for their Claude, but even the Claude, if you think about it, even the Claude is also a dive kind of hero. So it's all about dive for S11.
Yep, it's all about dive, but ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, Erwin! This is not a good start for RSG.
No.
It's a horrible start for RSG. Bray did not use the retribution, and he has the killing spree. So this is going to be S11 who's going to be able to actually control the jungle for a bit early on. Erwin with the purple buff. They're going to be able to dictate the early game.
For sure. And definitely, the turtle is going to be in favor of S11 unless they like die multiple times. But knowing that there will be a level disadvantage for the Ling means that you forfeit the first 2 minutes of the game.
If you are the side of RSG, this is really hard to watch. And not only just that, Jotun is on that high and dry. You notice Paquito finds your back line, he's gonna hurt like a truck. And right now, it's all about the side lanes. RSG needs to play around the side lanes as quickly as possible. Get that Leslie up into the late game. Get that Lapu Lapu up in the late game so that he can tank and peel for the team.
Oh man, again, you know, you can already see the mid control here. The wave clear from S11 is going to be very good, and you can see already that's going to be Erwin finds it! He catches him while he was jumping on the wall. Erwin has a personal issue with Bray, and that's first blood over to S11.
The pathing coming out from Erwin. He went from the pixel brush to the rock or the bush, and then going for the Kramer's bush to really cut down where Bray was going for. They heard that Bray is going for the crab, and they have punished Dooley. My goodness, Erwin.
RSG, no, that turtle going down.
Gonna be able to find it right now. Jotun gonna be able to get out as well. Erwin and Papa Dog onto 505. One more hit. Papa Dog's looking for it under the turret, secures it. 2 for 0. Jays, how you feeling?
Man, S11, they're stalling on top of RSG. Merkel, seriously. This has gone from worse to horrible for the side of RSG. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it right now. Let's take a look at the items, Wolf.
Oh, not only the items, like you're looking at the economy. If you're looking at comparing the junglers, 1.5k to 1.3k in the early stages is such a big dent in the economy of RSG.
Speaking of dictating the early game, right here, Chan was holding on to the rough waves there a bit too long. Baits out the flicker out from Lolzy, and maybe that's what they were going for. Not the kill, but to bait out a resource to push RSG to a false sense of safety. But here, Erwin, doesn't find it.
Look at how S11's dictating every part of that map. A wonderful start for S11, and of course, not only just that, right? Ling is practically like, it felt like, you know, he's playing with a handicap. S11 has like a 5-minute head start, and RSG is in that big disadvantage.
1.2k at 3 minutes is really bad. Lolzy getting a big cut.
He is still going to be able to get out though. Maneuvers out of the breath of the ocean as well. S11 with a 1.3k gold lead right now. Not really going to be able to get some more kills, but they will still be able to control the enemy side of the jungle. 5 seconds for the purple buff, and that's exactly what S11 want to look for. Jotun in position. Bray already on the purple buff. RSG with 505 rotating are looking to help Bray, but now it's going to be Kai jumping in. Erwin's going to be able to find a Tyrant's Rage and the flicker combo. In the back lines though, it's going to be RSG who are able to turn it around. It's a 2 for 0. Papa Dog has the world, jumping in, Liber Diablo, but will fall as well. In the end, it's a 3 for 2, making it a 3 for 3. 10, not able to find Baby Cakes just yet though. No damage.
Not enough damage right there. Baby Cakes will be able to limp away alive, but RSG may have taken a bit of damage, at least this time around. Bray does have that purple buff and will be going over to that turtle, so that is one way of RSG to climb this back. However, S11 though, they've got Super Omega Burst already in the mid parts of the game.
Good idea coming out from S11 to invade the purple buff, but bad execution because RSG were prepared for it and they went in too deep. S11 just really dove against RSG, duly punished by 505 with the ultimate. They were really under the strongest point for RSG Singapore. Even after the big disadvantage when it comes to economy, you don't dive like that, and already, S11, this is a massive blunder.
RSG going back into gear number 1. They need to slow it down, but they need to go hard. But Chan finding 505.
Not going to be able to find the kill just yet here. You can see for the M4 stats, win rate of first pick, 59.26%. That's pretty massive, right? And here, everyone's going to be able to actually find the Tyrant's Revenge and the Rage onto Lolzy. He was able to flicker out, but Jotun's right there with a knockout strike. Baby Cakes perfectly timed to get Jotun off of him. But S11 have the pressure now in the gold lane. Baby Cakes gonna be sandwiched. Jotun already jumping in there. Just zoning the other members away. 505 forced to flicker. That's the high and dry doing work. Jotun not able to find the purple buff steal. And that's S11 who are able to actually get Kai into a winning lane in the gold lane up against this matchup.
Exactly. The effect of that aggression coming up from S11 is that Kai is able to push a turret, make himself farmed more than the Leslie right now, about 300 gold ahead, and he's gonna get his golden staff, which means that his farming rate is gonna be exponentially better.
Papa Dog, gotta be careful here, has everything to get out, and RSG have wasted a few resources to just get there now.
Yeah, he's too slippery for RSG to catch right now. And don't forget, Diablo is also one abandoned teammate. He knows how to give it up. But RSG right here, if you notice how Baby Cake is going in, Berserker's Fury going towards the Endless Battle as well. It's a very high damage build coming up from this Leslie as well. But Erwin charging out 505 may be in danger.
Oh man, 1.5k gold lead, not the end of the world, right? Definitely not. But uh-oh, Chan already is going into the enemy jungle. Bray's looking for it. S11 are playing it really well now, taking it slow. Chan's gonna be revealed. Erwin jumps in. Lolzy on the top side, and Baby Cake's looking for a trade, but it's Kai who wins out, and it's a disaster for RSG. S11 find 2, make it another with the turtle secured 2, and RSG failed to find a trade. Erwin finds the Tyrant's Revenge, not able to find the Tyrant's Rage. Oh my goodness.
It's 3 at the turtle pit, 2 at the top side. 2 cannot catch the Claw, and at the same time, RSG skewed attempts on that turtle. I think S11 managed to sandwich RSG right into submission right there at the turtle, and also losing the bottom side turret as well. But let's take a look at the emblems, Wolf.
Wow. Definitely the high and dry is going to be the big problem for RSG Singapore. You can see that he can burst down the Leslie as well as the Eve, or if not able to take out those squishy heroes, force out some of the battle spells. Oh no, Diablo going to be found, not die for now. And another problem for SG is the dive, right? Coming out from Argentina. You saw that in the last turtle fight. It's not even a fight because of the pokes that Papa Dog was able to do, and as well as Chan just positioning himself so that he can burst out any of the members of SG. Eventually, RSG Singapore will have to answer, and that means that their formation that they wanted to have will be destroyed!
Erwin with a play, and Kai with a follow-up. Under the turret is Papa Dog with a final blow. Bray's gonna fall. Lolzy is 1. It's a 3-for-1, and S11 only lose Erwin.
It's an Omega Dive coming off MS11, bloodthirsty. And then after that, translating into objectives, and RSG right now is just leading not only just members, but also map control.
What a play!
What a play. RSG Singapore, they will feel very secure under their turret, but my oh my, Erwin is making a case for himself as one of the best setup tanks that we have in M4.
Wolf and Merkel, nowhere is safe for RSG, but here we go.
Oh my god. Papa Dog even against 2. Forcing Bray away. Chan finds the damage onto Lolzy. That's the frontliner taken down very low. He has to recall, and you could see the map control is gone. Absolutely gone for RSG.
S11 has full map control. This is their map. This is hit their side of Land of Dawn, and that translates over to Lords. Multiple objectives as well. Bray and Papa Dog going at it again. RSG cannot even catch him at all.
Erwin's feeling it.
Erwin's feeling it, as well as Chan. Look at him. 2-0 with this Kadita. Positioned already very aggressively, because he knows that there could be a follow-up. Anytime he makes the jump, we'll miss it for now.
Kai gonna be able to get that blazing duet down on Karakai. Diablo so low, forced to use the Bravest Fighter defensively to get out. S11 are right now styling on RSG.
Yep. This is bad. 505 already committed the room of manipulation. This will be a turret push coming out from Argentina. Because of that Kai aggression, a big ultimate was down for RSG. Look at Erwin!
Erwin finds the revenge and the rage onto Lolzy. He's going to be taken very low, flickering out. Erwin now caught in the enemy base. Bray's going to be able to jump in, but that's going to be Erwin who flickers out. Once again, is Chan jumping in, zone the other black line away. Papa Dog with the final blow, getting back to safety. S11 unable to crack the base just yet.
They're trying to defend. RSG literally throwing every single utility, every single thing, every single ultimate they have in their pockets just to delay that push,
still
but
up.
that is not the real push, because the real push is this Lord that's marching top side menacingly against our SG.
Let's see. The Lord is already munching on the top lane base turret. S11 not really going to go for anything too crazy here, knowing they still have an 8,000 gold lead. They decide to back off, play it defensively and disciplinedly.
Now they wait. Oh
my, never mind.
No, they won't. No, they won't. Erwin
How?
finds another jump. And Bray is also asking that question. How is it that Erwin is always able to find these openings and Bray bites the dust 4 deaths for the Ling?
It's really tough for RSG. Bray has no access to the purple buff at all, and Bray has no access to the jungle at all. The gold lead is going to gap even further as well. Losey unable to land down on that. I'm offended, and Kai going to backline.
Kai melting down the back line.
my
Fighting with the rough waves. Chen is going to be able to jump in onto Baby Cakes. Finding another.
No way.
RSG have lost their back line. Their high ground defense. Jotun with a knockout strike. Still able to actually get out before Bray jumps in. But the shielding comes in. Bray's going to be taken low. And that's going to be the Tyrant Revenge to lock him down. The I'm Offended's appeal is not going to be enough as S11 march forward once again. It's a 3 for 2. They've cracked the top and bot base turrets open, and they're looking for the mid lane. Diablo jumping in with Bravest Fighter, but he does not have enough tankiness. Lolzy melted down, flickering out. Diablo getting out as well. S11 back off, but RSG have lost 2 base turrets.
That's really tough to watch. RSG right there, literally throwing every single thing, even a flicker just to get out dodge. It is was Diablo buying for time for BBK to come back online just in time to try to push this off. But then again, the nightmare is going to get even worse because the Lord has spawned and RSG cannot afford to challenge this Lord.
You can see that Chan is really styling on RSG Singapore, going in with Kai. And even his ultimate, the Wrath Waves, was able to catch one more additional member of RSG. That's why they eventually got the double kill. And now the conceal play, Erwin and Chan.
Papa Dog as well, buying so much time for a scene.
Oh no, they got Baby Cakes!
Baby Cakes. That's the goal laner down. Diablo finding stun, looking for more down. With the flicker again, and kind of follow it up. Diablo's gonna fall. Lolzy's gonna fall. It's 4 for 1 for S11. Bray finally finding one, but S11 have wiped out the Singaporean champions. Just waiting for the Enhanced Lord to march down. 14 seconds on 5:05. 5 seconds on Baby Cakes. The mini wave spawning once again. S11 just needs to get rid of the mini waves right now, and it is all over. RSG have been knocked out of M4 by S11 Gaming.
S11 Gaming, the Argentina fans, surprise every single one in M4, and they show that they are not a team to be looked down upon.
Sasageo, bro.
Sasageo. Erwin for the win, man. What was that? You saw it from the start. He stole a purple buff. In the mid lane, he landed a wonderful Tyrant's Revenge. And in the last moment, with Chan, they are able to find Baby Cakes. And then the Flicker ultimate just to lock down Bray in the end. They are styling on RSG. Really deserving of this victory.
Merkel, Wolf, that was the longest Lord March that ever happened in MLBB history. It's like, you know for certain that is it. And RSG was unable to defend their slot. And there you go on stage. A valiant fight. Don't forget, it is also Baby Cakes and Coach Dolly that's not on stage as well. Shout out to them as well. But S11 Gaming, thriving in the lower brackets. They will be going up against Falcon in the next bracket.
Give it up for S11 Gaming, another dark horse.